Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive.
Excuse me, Doctor.
I don't know.
Kidding. You
Most
really
of them
are
have
here.
lasted long
Well,
past
all
their
right.
projected lifespans.
I'm Allie.
If you ask
Allie
me.
Phil. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so... If you don't mind my asking, what...
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he... Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facility. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides... The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father...
I'm just... Look...
I see. Well, please do mind if there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities division.
I'm good for now.
Goodbye, then. I can't argue with that. Even so, ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial. The dose of is and side effects will come. I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job. It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Greetings, sir.
What are you doing here? Isn't today your day off?
It is. But honestly, what am I going to do with the day off?
No. What do you usually do in your spare time?
Read test reports, compare data, work. What do you do?
Pretty much the same thing. When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it.
Excuse me, Dr. Li?
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
I wasn't aware that I needed authorization.
Where are you going? I thought you wanted to talk.
Dr. Li.
Oh, it's you.
That was productive.
You're not authorized.
I'm new around here.
You must think I'm some kind of idiot. Father may have given you the keys to the castle, but I still decide who goes in. So why don't you just run along and let me get back to work?
Is this how you treat everyone? Or are you just putting on the charm for me?
I wasn't aware that I had to answer to you. You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you.
If I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't be talking.
That's a fair point. Since Father trusts you, I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then...
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
You should return to the Brotherhood.
Even if I wanted to return to them, why would they?
Did you abandon any projects you want?
You should know better than to ask. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the... What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than...
The Institute is deceiving you.
So now you're just gonna hurl baseless accusations to get... Come on, you can do better.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Vigil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more... If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood. Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Vigil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on... Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Vigil's lab was in the bioscience. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been... I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your... And finally, if you get caught... Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute.
Thank you. I'm sure.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be... If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So,
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
Welcome. It is so good.
I think it's a little too science fiction for my taste.
Of course, I understand. Nearly all of us were born here. But you come. You should know that many of us consider it. See that you do.
Nothing to report.
Seriously thinking of getting a little robotics to knock some heads together.
Glad you made it.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't.
Hey,
There's
Doc.
enough friction as it is between us
Here
and
you
pretty
are.
much all the other
Justin
departments.
Ailes, Acting Director of the Synth Retention. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any...
Right. Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent. It's nothing personal. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the synth retention. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
So basically, you're the secret...
Secret police? If that's a pre-war reference, then I'm afraid it's lost on me. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeat them.
I hate to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the...
Right.
Now, unless you need something else,
I'd like to know more about the synth.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to...
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Hi there.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plan.
Doctor.
I wonder how the
Welcome.
Warwick family is
so
doing.
good to have you here.
Young
Dr.
Wally must
Clayton
be close
Holzer,
to 10 years old by
head of the
now.
bioscience
It's
division.
remarkable
I
that any
can't
child
wait for
can
you to see the
survive
work
for
we're
so
doing.
long up there, don't you
It's
think?
truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain. As the name implies, the bioscience division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use. We've even started to explore the idea of... You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything more exciting than fake gorillas.
Speaking only for myself, I find them fascinating. Of course, I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have...
I'm an outsider. Would there even...
Even if science isn't your passion, our projects sometimes require an agent who can work on... From what I've heard, you are both fearless and resourceful.
Sure.
In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or...
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
Please resist any urge you might feel to eat the specimens on the hydroponic garden.
Got it. That's it. Got it. Terminal somewhere. I'm through.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
Cynthia, you were scheduled for maintenance duty at this
Dr. Li.
Took you long enough to find that evidence.
Uh-huh. Here you go.
A holotape.
Make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty.
Now you know that Father is a liar. He doesn't deserve to have you here.
And I'll never forgive him for it.
Right.
I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, if they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison.
Have you seen my girls? They're not getting it.
I hear we're about to get a new something.
I wish Quincy would stop telling those stupid stories.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
If you expect me to be impressed by a lot of fancy sci-fi gizmos.
I see. It's not just about the gizmos, as you said. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for...
So it's like every other wonder gizmo ever invented. When will you eggheads learn?
Have faith. Let me show you how we deal with them. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertal. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Sure. We'll just fight our way through an army of homicidal maniacs and ask this synth to come on home.
I didn't say it would be easy. But now you should get moving. Many people are in danger.
Son.
You should get going. There's no time to waste. This truly is a wonderful place, isn't it? I often wonder what the Institute's founders would think of our accomplishments. Libertalia isn't hard to find. Just look for the jumble of wrecked ships floating in the harbor.